Welcome everyone to our PGA Insurance Farmers Open. Sorry, PGA Insurance. Geez, PGA Farmers Insurance Open watch party. Um, Obviously, there's a lot of storylines for this tournament. The biggest one, I think, that's taken over everything has been Brooks Koepka's return to the PGA Tour. Um, News breaking as well. I think it was yesterday about Patrick Reed returning to the PGA Tour. That won't be till next year, so he will not be playing on Live this year either. Now he's just going to be doing some DP events, um, and he's going to be joining the PGA Tour, similar to Brooks. We'll get into all of this. This is kind of where we'll sit. Obviously, we're going to watch a couple holes. Brooks has not teed off yet. He's slated to tee off in 1 minute. And as we're watching, I don't know where you guys were watching on, but it looks like they're gearing up. Him, Ludwig, and Max are all kind of gearing up, chatting around, and setting up for what's going to be a great day at Torrey Pines. A course that's just super fun. Brooks has had decent success at Torrey Pines. It's not been great and doesn't have any wins, but he's been good. Um, I am excited to see them. They are on the South Course, which is always fun. Weather's getting better. It's a sunny day, obviously. Just a beautiful courses out there in San Diego. Um, I'm super excited. I am admittedly not the biggest Brooks Koepka fan. Or I mean, you guys will all probably remember this, but went back in when they were both on the tour, Brooks and Bryson had this like beef, and there was a video about, I think it was Brooks doing an interview, and Bryson was walking by, and he gave this like he rolled his eyes and looked off to the left, and they couldn't stand each other. And then obviously they both went to live, um, which was fun as well. I've watched a couple of events. It's not my thing. I'm a PGA guy through and through, PGA Tour guy. Um, but yeah, it's exciting that he's back. I love it when all. I mean, that's why I love the major so much. Partially the courses. I love the big events, but also I just love all the best golfers in the world being together in one place. So Alberg's up to the tee right now. The smooth swinging sweet man. He is like uh, it's beautiful. Him like if you could copy swings, uh, him and Jake Knapp would be my top two right now. That's where I'm at. All right, here we go. We've got Brooks Koepka up to the tee. His first tee shot back in the PGA Tour. They got a par four, 453. Um, Here we go. Brooks Koepka, still in his Nike Infinities, by the way. He has not changed his shoes, which is hilarious. All right. He doesn't appear to love it. Let's get hey, that's not bad. He's in the first cut. Oh, he rolls back onto the fairway. All right, so that's not bad. I mean, we'll see how far away he is, but first ball in the fairway is it's a good start. I thought the nerves might get to him and he might double cross or something, but good for him. I mean, uh, nerves again for this guy, Max Homa. I mean, what a run he's had for the last couple of years. Just gear switches, caddy changes. It hasn't always been the best situation for him. So um, interesting to see how Max Homa does as well. Obviously, not our main focus right now, but interesting to see. I like Max Homa a lot. I wish him success. Obviously, I mean he's a great golfer. Here we go. I mean, look at this. We got Brooks Koepka's first non-major start since 2022. Uh, 4 years, pretty much 3 years um, since coming back. And I wouldn't say Live was successful for him. I mean, obviously he probably made it. He made a ton of money for sure. Um, I wouldn't say that it was like uh, ideal situation for Brooks. And obviously, if you watched Full Swing at all back in the first year when he was on it, it was super interesting to see his kind of mentality, who he is. I always thought he was kind of an arrogant guy. And I mean, you're a professional athlete. Most of them, you have to have some level of arrogance to be a professional athlete, in my mind, anyway. I was never at like the top level of the game of hockey, but you do have to have some kind of extreme levels of confidence. So um, I think this move, though, coming back to the PGA Tour, shows me a lot about who Brooks Koepka is, who he's going to be in the future, who he's going to be here. Obviously, health is a big factor for him, but choosing his family, choosing to play where he's definitely not going to make as much money to start, because he's not going to be in any of these signature events unless he's going to need like a top 20 finish in these first couple of events to get to some of the signature events that he's going to want to get to. No, he's not going to be part of the players' equity. Uh, Not going to be part of the players' equity program for a while. Um, it's a sacrifice for sure, and I look at it as like a sacrifice financially, but he's also going to be playing on the PGA Tour again, and he wants to be. Brooks Koepka at the top of his game is a top 10 golfer on earth. That is like, in my mind, that's locked in. Like Brooks Koepka can compete with Rory McIlroy and Scotty Scheffler if he is on top of his game. The thing is, he just hasn't been on the top of his game. He's also been on live where like no one's really paying attention to him. And then he comes into the majors. He has not had great success at the majors. Like if we look at Brooks Koepka's, I'm going to pull this up because I should have had it up right away. But if we looked at Brooks Koepka's last all the majors since he's left, um, it hasn't been good. I think he's missed some cuts, which is just brutal. But I mean, he does have 9 tour wins. This is all prior to him leaving. He hasn't won anything since, but he is a 5-time major winner. But that was when he was on the PGA Tour. This is kind of the big thing. I mean, the PGA Championship is one thing, I guess you can give it to him. But the five-time major winner, nothing since 2023, basically. That's tough. That's a few years of a lot of nothing for Brooks Koepka. And as he comes back, obviously he has said outright that he might have to have knee surgery at some point to repair. He had like a shattered kneecap, which is crazy. But his knees are an issue. His body has been an issue. He's been relatively healthy over the last few years, but still hasn't had great success. Here's his approach. He is about 148 out. That's going to be in wedge territory. Solid. That's a great shot. Played at the big part of the green. He's got a birdie opportunity right away. Got to be feeling good. Not feeling good if you're Max Homa. This is not the bunker you want to be in. Not that you want to be on any bunkers in Torrey Pines, especially off the first tee. You definitely don't want to be in this bunker. So it's a long bunker shot, but he rolled. He's probably got a decent lie. Let's see what Max Homa can do here. Yeah, once again, just kind of taking on the big part of the green. Yeah, smart shot. He can save par from there. That's what he has to do. I mean, Max Homa has been that guy. Like he's a smooth swinger. He's hilarious on Twitter too. But he's got to play a little bit smarter. He's so good. Like he is so skilled. He just needs to be a little more consistent, and he can be one of the top guys. He's obviously going to be at all the signature events. He's that good. He'll be at the majors. Let's see how Oberg does. Similar spot, just not in the bunker, in that thick stuff, and kind of did the same thing that Homa did. Super smart plays. Just use the big part of the green. You don't need to challenge the pin. Obviously, there's a rough and a bunker off to the left there. No need to get cute there. Save it on the first hole. So, I mean, good look for Brooks here. Koepka's got a birdie putt, a really decent birdie putt on hole number 1. And that is kind of what he needed. Let's talk live for a little bit as they're walking up to the greens here and prepping. They seem to be bleeding a little bit. I do know that they did input some new life Obviously, they got some young guys. Um, I just I don't know how long it can last. Obviously, they signed Michael Lasasso, which is pretty massive, straight out of college. He turned down. I mean, turning down a Masters invite is kind of crazy. Um, but he got the bag. He got the bag with Liv. Took the guaranteed money. Um, I just setting the standard for coming back to the PGA, which is what they kind of tried to do with Brooks. He being the first one to come back, they had to set something. Um, I think it's obviously a sacrifice for guys coming back, but the deeper sacrifice is like, in my mind anyway, what if they choose not to come back? Liv obviously has deep pockets. It's not like they're ever going to be out of money just based on who they are and what they have, which is a little bit sad, honestly, because I do feel like their success doesn't really matter. Um, and but what if they go under? What if Liv ceases to be a thing anymore? And then what does that return to play look like for guys wanting to come back to the PGA Tour at that point, seeing as it's the only other one that you want to play on? It's a tough thing because I think the PGA probably has to crack down harder on those guys. They're not choosing to come back. These guys who are choosing to come back, you have to make them pay for sure. I think so as well. They made the choice to leave, but them coming back, especially as early as Brooks is, realizing that this is the best tour, um, it's a smart move. I can't stand Patrick Reed, but seeing him back on tour, I'm thrilled. Like I love having. There is not a lot of villains left on the PGA Tour. To me, Patrick Reed is going to be one of those guys again when he gets back in 2027. Um, I love it. Like bring the rivalry back. Like Scotty obviously is the best player in the world, and he's going to be number one for as long as he wants to play, as long as he's healthy. Um, but him being kind of the number one and not being the like out in your face guy has maybe like watered down the tour. Obviously, Rory is kind of more that. I think the Ryder Cup ignited some of it. Long look at birdie for Oberg. There's a lot of meat left there. That is not a great leg, but I don't know if he tried to attack it too aggressively. That ball never had a chance, and it rolled quite a ways by. So we'll see what Homa does now. Similar spot, a little bit closer. Obviously got a little bit of a read from Oberg, but let's see what Homa does here. Long look for birdie. Almost a 40-footer. That's a lot better, but I mean that's not. Neither of these guys are tapping in. That's for sure. That's not really what you like to see. Uh, I mean, up and down for par was your goal out of that bunker, especially with just playing in the big part of the green. But I don't even know if Brooks is up. Okay, here we go. So he's got a little bit longer than what the lag putts were. So he's got this is his birdie putt. Looks like it's about 10 feet. That's a very makeable putt. Oh man, kind of tugged it a little bit. I think he had pacing was good. All right, he'll tap in for par. All right, nerves out of the way. That's in my mind, Brooks. Nerves are out of the way now. Now you can go. You're good. He's laughing about it. Maybe not laughing. He's squinting, but um, he'll be fine. That's that a part of start. You would have liked a birdie there, but it's a good sign. I mean, Brooks is a great player. Um, as they're showing here, Xander Schauffele teeing off on one now. So we do have some other groups going as well. Um, Xander Schauffele is a guy who probably needs a really good year this year to bounce back. Last year was not his best. I mean, he had that streak of like no three putts for an insane amount of holes. Um, He did not have a great year last year. Did not have a great year last year. He needs a bit of a bounce back. Let's see. Okay, Oberg, his par putt coming up. Don't want to go one over. Oh no. Oberg lips out. Now he'll tap in. Tough way to start. I mean, that's a hole that's pretty scoreable. I know it's comes off to the right, but I mean, you could have played a 3-wood out there, had a mid iron in, but JJ Spawn, major winner last year, revived his career. I'd say he's in that bunker as well. That bunker's getting a lot of action. That left side is getting a lot of action. Homa here for par. Um, and then we go to hole 2. Uh, another par 4. A little bit of a shorter one though, than the last. More scoreable, not drivable, obviously, but we'll see how they play it. I do want to talk about Xander Schauffele as well. I kind of stopped talking about him, but the year before, I mean, he was up for PGA Player of the Year, um, and last year just wasn't his year. He had one win, the Bay Current Classic. The year before, obviously two, with two major wins the year before. The year before 3. I mean, he does have 10 career wins, but only one win last year. But he put up a lot of good scores. Like he was top 5 a ton last, or top 10 4 times last year. Um, he needs to kind of not rework some things because I don't think that's the case, but he definitely needs to turn his game around, get back on track because he is one of the best in the world again. The PGA Tour is just so competitive, right? I mean, that's the best part about it. Here we go. All right, hole number 2, 392, I believe. 392. Um, Not drivable, but very scoreable. I'd be interested to see what he goes with here. Looks like he's going to go driver, Brooks. Um, Funny thing about Brooks, I mean, all of you guys who are watching this are probably pretty heavy into golf. Um, Comment if you guys want to comment. This would be a great place to do it. Is anybody still playing a Nike club in their bag? I had a Nike Vapor Pro hybrid in my bag up until like last year. And then I eventually just was like, I don't want to use a hybrid anymore. Brooks off the tee. Into that right side rough. Some thick stuff over there. He should be okay. Uh, yeah. Anyway, Brooks Koepka with his Vaporfly Pro. I believe it's a 3-iron. Um, that thing, the shaft has like dimples in it from putting it in his bag from use. He will not take it out. I saw his interview. Oberg off the tee, 1 over. Obviously super early here. He could use a bounce back hole though, and he has hit another bunker. All right, so not a great start off the tee. Both shots for Oberg off to the left. Titleist GT guy, love those Titleist GT woods. Um, Titleist just makes the best clubs. Let's just be real here. Anyway, Brooks also using an M2 fairway wood, a tour one, but the fact that an M2 is still in the bag is crazy. I mean, you hear like Rory talk about the best clubs ever. The M2 driver was one of the best ever. There's a good ball from Homa. That it looks like it found the fairway. Maybe the first cut. Um, it's interesting. I mean, old clubs, like I think the oldest club in my bag is I have a Stealth 3-wood or Stealth 5-wood with a vented shaft. I love it. I don't think I'll ever change away from it. I know how it launches. I can play it low. I can play it high. And like, I'm like a nowhere near the skill level of these guys. But I would assume like once you get to that level and you have something that you're comfortable with, there's just no need to change it. Technology only advances so much. I find, especially in irons, there's just not really much need. Um, like even Rory was playing his protos for so long. Now he switched to the CBs, the TaylorMade P7 CBs, which is a good choice. Not a TaylorMade guy myself as far as irons, but I mean they look really nice. I'd be interested to see, like, he said he doesn't test anything else. I'd be interested to see his numbers on a different driving iron instead of the Nike one. Like if he put, obviously he's a Strixon guy, I believe. If he put like a Strixon ZX into his bag or something like that, or tested it at least, I'd be interested to see what his numbers were and how much they differ. Um, Distance wise, control, like it would be super interesting to see. And I think he's probably lying. I think he's probably hit them just because Strixon probably makes him hit them. But I'd be really interested to see. And if three or wood as well, like there's been some major leaps forward since the M2. Um, yeah, I'd be pretty interested to see how his numbers would look with it. Obviously, he's a long player. Like he's still got a very powerful swing. He hits the ball far. Um, but yeah, I mean, shout out to Strixon. Shout out. That is a tough thing to say. Shout out Strixon. Not tough in the fact that like I can say it because I'm a big fan of Strixon stuff. I play their balls every now and then. Um, love a Z Star Diamond. Um, but they make some of the best stuff. I don't play it. I've had friends who played it. Um, they're they're growing. I mean, they're drivers too. They have some big names taking some driver stuff. Um, Equipment wise though too, like this is getting into away from Brooks now, but be interested to hear if any of you guys have tested or heard anybody, I guess would be the better now right now anyway. The new Mizuno drivers. I, my dad plays a Mizuno driver. It's an old one though. I'd be interested to hear how the nano alloy does. I'm not a fan of like carbon face stuff. I've steered clear of TaylorMade. I kind of stick to Titleist anyway, but I have hit the carbon face and it feels good. I just know that with my ball speed, I feel like I've heard so many horror stories of them cracking. But interested to hear how the nano alloy. Mizuno obviously would like they have to kind of get into the driver game um, and make a step forward. Obviously, their irons and wedges are like next level, but um, it'd be good to see them round out the driver. So if anybody's played it, would love to reach out. Let me know. Let me know how it went for you. Um, yeah, we would love to hear. All right, we got Max Homa from the fairway, 116 yards away. Uh, Decent live ball. Yeah, I mean, he's that with that fairway slope to the right, he's on a pretty good spot. Oh, that's not going to be good. I don't think he's going to like that. That's terrible. Yeah. Cart path, that is not good. That is brutal. From 116 out, chance to attack a pin. Yeah, he's very frustrated. That's just not a good start for Homa. 116 out, beautiful chance to attack a pin. You have the best lie out of the group, and sends one into the gallery behind the green. Oberg out of the bunker has got 98 left. Uh, wasn't in the bunker last time, he was close. Right on the lip. Not great either. Like this is a tough spot right now for these guys. Oberg did not hit the green either. So one last chance here. Back to Brooks. I think he's in the rough. Yeah. But he's got a decent lie. Ball's below his feet. He can get a little cut. I think he should play to the big part of the green here if I was him, which I'm not, nowhere near him, but yeah, smart play. Uphill putt, that thing's gonna break a ton. It's really long, but play for par. You got to take your chances when you get them. This is probably not one of them. That's going to be a real tough putt, but leg it up there. Uh, Save par here. Yeah, I mean, we'll wrap it up after this hole here. Um, Super excited to see Brooks back on tour. This is great. And a good group too. Kepka, Homa, and Oberg is fun. Um, what the future looks like for Brooks Kepka. What does he need to be able to get into some of these signature events? He's going to need to play well. He's going to need, I believe it's a top. He's going to need 98 FedEx points, roughly. I know that's going to be a moving target, strictly because obviously points are going to go up for whoever's playing well. 98 is probably going to be the minimum that he needs to play in some of these signature events. Um, so yeah, so he'll play Torrey Pines. Um, then he's going to be in the Phoenix Open. He's done good there, and that's actually the one that I can see him. If he's gonna get enough points, that's where it's gonna be. So he's gonna need a top six finish in one of the 2 weeks. That's a tough thing. If he can maybe finish top 15 in both of those weeks or top 20 even, he might be able to get in there. If he stays top 20 at the Farmers and then has a real good showing next week at the Phoenix Open, that's probably his best chance. Um, Phoenix Open's a big one. Obviously, Scott's like TPC Scottsdale is a fun course, and he can really, with his distance, he can make up some ground there. Um, they're showing some stats here right now for him: 186 starts on the tour, 9 wins, 40 top fives, 146 cuts made. So he's 75% cuts made. That's pretty good, um, comparatively. I think he competes well. Like honestly, I think maybe not the first year. He might not have the same, but like as this continues, I do believe that Brooks Koepka will be competing again and playing on the tour. I mean, I just feel like it gives you a leg up in the majors. I know it's not like you can play in the majors if you're not on the tour, but I just always feel like the majors, the the PGA Tour preps better for majors. As I mean, the numbers of PGA Tour players that are in the majors is more, so the odds are better, obviously. But outside of Bryson, no one's really had a great showing at majors. Um, Outside of a few guys. Homa's in tough. Um, he needs a good season. I'm not. I mean, he's got so much skill, but he's like, to me, it may be better than Joel Damon, but similar on that same path of like they're just not guys. Tough lie here. Oberg, this is tough. I mean, at least he's got uphill to work with on the green, but that is, oh no. Oh no. Not a good start for Lude Oberg. Um, he's gonna be not thrilled with his shot out of that bunker. I came out low and hot, and he's in the rough behind the green. Um, be interested to see how he plays this. I'm assuming he'll play. He's tight too. He's got a little bit of green to work with though. He can roll like get it. Yeah, get it tight here. Walk away with bogey. They're not showing the ball. His reaction is like decent. Uh, yeah, not bad. He can save that. Save that for bogey. Another blade guy. The blade versus mallet putter debate. I'm a mid mallet guy, so I sit right in the middle. I sit on the fence on this debate. Obviously, changing away from a blade helped um, helped Scotty a ton. Um, switching to a mallet, switching to the Spider Tour X, I believe he's playing now, 35 and a half. McElroy made the change. He made a change. That's a great putt from Homa. Good bounce back. He just doesn't look like he has any confidence right now, you know? And golf is a game of confidence. A little bit back to Shoffley here. Almost 60-footer putt for birdie. He probably, once again, probably not going to three putt. But if he was gonna, this would be the one. Great pace. Yeah, he'll clean that up. That's a nice start for Xander. It'll be another par. All right, Brooks, here we go. Birdie putt uphill. That thing is not coming back enough at all. Clean it up for par though. 2 pars to start for Brooks Koepka. That's what you like to see. If he can hang around, obviously I feel like he's going to make the cut. I don't see a way he doesn't, just because of how competitive he is, how good he is. The field's not super stacked this week. 2 pars for Brooks Koepka to start. Showing Justin Rose here on the range. Big painter shoe guy. That's a good group. Matsuyama, Rose, and Jason Day. Jason Day had a great tournament last week. He's another guy somewhat forgotten about, honestly. If he's had a good start to the season. If he can keep it going, he's a guy who can stay super competitive. Love a Malvin guy, obviously. Love a Malvin guy. But yeah, anyway, that's it for us. Brooks Koepka's first 2 holes back on the PGA Tour, 2 pars. Had a chance for birdie on the first one. Second one, you made a pretty good putt, but the opportunity wasn't really there for it. We'll watch Oberg clean up his bogey here to go to +2 on the day. Not the start he would like at all. Maybe he should switch to a mallet putter as well. Be interesting to see. But Brooks Koepka back on tour. Super excited to see. That'll do it for us here. If you guys are looking for, I'll say this at the end, but PGA data. There's not a lot of fantasy golf out there right now. There's not a lot of fantasy apps or golf apps right now. If you guys are looking for data, check us out, Rolling Insights. Golf needs growth, and part of how we can do that is we can create some stuff for fans. So come join us at Rolling Insights. Have a chat with us. We'll be doing live streams all the time. We've got Ben holding us down for the majority of the time. I'll jump on here every once in a while with a hockey stream. We're going to do more golf streams too as events come. Obviously, the Olympics are coming up. Homa cleans up bogey. But that'll do it for us, guys. Thanks for jumping on today. Brooks Koepka. Even, you know what? Actually, we're going to hold on. This is fun because this is maybe my favorite hole on the course. I'm not going to jump off yet. We want to see this par 3. Let's get a par 3 of Brooks Koepka's, and then we will jump off. This is just such a tough hole. I like the pin at the back. It gives the players a little bit more opportunity to attack it. Obviously, this is a flashback from the Genesis last year. Pretty impressive little hole in one there from Ludick. Let's see if he can do it again. Pin is like not in a super dissimilar spot. Oh, it is. Never mind. Just kidding. I couldn't see the pin very well there. But Brooks will lead us off again here. He does have honors in this group. With Homa and Oberg, I mean, he's already got a 2-shot lead on these guys. If we take a look at the leaderboard for a quick second, Austin. Doesn't want to load for me. Austin Eckroat leads, tied at the top, two under with Eric Cole. Okay, Kepka from 166 out. Look at that view. San Diego, California. What a view. The Strixon staffer, the Nike guy, hit 2 of 2 greens today. Those Nike Infinity shoes, he's never going to change, even though they're so narrow. Good ball flight, a little bit off to the right, playing to the big part of the green. Oh, yeah, that's great. Oh, yeah. Came back in at the end. Spun back. That's going to go down the hill. There's a little feeding area down there that I think a lot of players are going to be in who try to attack this pin, which is probably the thought process behind it. It's a little collection down there. He's going to be okay with that one, though. Uphill putt. Honestly, another chance at birdie. Not a great chance, but he can attack it from there without really risking too much because it's not going to go too far by. Back-to-back fives on the scorecard for Ludwig Oberg is not great. Titleist guy like myself, I think anybody who plays Titleist just knows the Titleist is the best ones. Oh yeah. I mean, there's something about this hole for Ludwig Oberg. Something about it. That is maybe 2 feet away from another hole in one on this hole. If I mean, that's impressive. That's a tap in birdie for Ludwig Oberg too. That's going to get him back to 1 over. Good start. Homa needs a similar shot here. Let's see what Homa does. Great flight. Yeah. Oh yeah. There. I mean, I had 3 great shots. 2 of those, Homa and Oberg needed those shots desperately, and they got them. They're within that circle. That's pretty impressive off that tee. From 166 downhill, Max Grazerman has come back as well. The leaderboard at the top now is tight. So we got Grazerman, Eckroat, Cole, bunch of guys at 2 under, and then a bunch of guys at 1 under as well. So leaderboard is full. Austin Eckroat, obviously, at the top, like we said, he's on the 3rd hole, so he's a little bit ahead. So we got Grazerman, Eckroat, Lauer, Cole, Maverick McNeely, all at 2 under. Then Lee Hodges, Tom Ho, Nick Taylor Moore as well. Cam Davis, Carl Phillips, Will Zalatoris at 1 under as well. Adam Shank, and then a bunch of guys at even. Obviously, I mean, we got tons of tee times left. Out of the guys teeing off for the rest of the day, guys I want to watch. Love watching Neil Shipley, just since his day at the Masters. That was fun. So we got Neil Shipley teeing off later as well. Rasmus Hogard, Matt Kuchar, Danny McCarthy, always a good one. Those guys are already kind of blazing through at 1 under. Spawn as well. Harris English at 1 under. Quite a few guys there that not having the greatest starts. Neil Shipley, Adam Svensson, the Canadian contingency in the PGA Tour continues to grow, which is great to see. Nick Taylor, Corey Connors, they both had great weeks last week. So it'd be fun to see them again. Brant Snedeker, it's not the deepest field, which is why I do feel like Brooks has a big chance this week to get some FedEx Cup points and maybe put himself in some signature events. that we want to see him in. I believe if we look at the calendar here, I wouldn't be surprised. I think Scheffler did already release his schedule of what he was going to play or what we were thinking. First signature event is that AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am. So Brooks does have 2 weeks to get an invite to that. Then the following week is the Genesis Invitational at Riviera. We stay kind of in that California, Arizona, West Coast for a little bit, with back-to-back signature events, Genesis and the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am, for getting to move to Florida for a couple weeks. All right, here we go. Brooks from 30 feet, uphill putt. This will be for birdie. Tour percentage from this distance for make is 7%. So not great odds, but if you can just leg it up close and get a par. Oh, that's a oof. I mean, he went for it, and good for him. He's still got a little bit of work left to do. He should be able to save par from there. Homa and Oberg now will. Homa might be next. I actually think Oberg maybe is in tap-in range. Arnold Palmer Invitational. That's a big one. And then we get into some of the big ones. Obviously the Players in March. We're not that far out from the Players. Like it's end of January. We're into basically February here when this tournament ends. Golf season's in full swing. Super exciting. I'm in Calgary, Alberta, Canada. We're not getting out golfing for a while. That's just not going to happen. But might have to head down to some sunshine. Here comes Homa for birdie. He's got it. Great little putt. Good touch. That's a downhill. It didn't break a ton to his left, but those putts, reading them coming back to you are always nice. Homa goes back to 1 over. He's going to need more of that. Brooks is still away from where Oberg is. I mean, that Oberg shot was ridiculous. He might have tapped in and they just didn't show it too. Oh no, I see his mark. Koepka for par. Got it. All right. There it is. Even through 3. A great start for Brooks Koepka, I would say. He's had one big birdie opportunity and 2 that he's threatened, save par. He's in a good spot moving forward. The game has started. We're 3 holes into Brooks Koepka's round here. He's even through 3. We'll watch Oberg clean up his birdie. Little tap in for the bird. Just a great shot from Ludwig Oberg. That is impressive. Knocks it down. All right, that's it for us. Thank you guys for jumping in. Rolling Insights data feeds, obviously supporting us all the time, giving us everything we need. Check us out online, Rolling Insights, rolling-insights.com. And yeah, I mean, if you guys are like we love doing this kind of stuff. Obviously, we have a lot of streams going. Ben Hostler is our main guy who does our content, a lot of our streams. He's a smart guy. Picks wise, he's got some good takes. So check him out. He streams every day. I jump in here when I can. We'll do some more of these, obviously, as the signature events come up. Brooks Koepka returning to the tour. It was exciting. He is even through 3. Thank you guys for joining. Hopefully you guys keep watching. If you want to keep the conversation going, I'm going to jump into Discord here now. Let's chat. We'll keep up on Brooks's round. Hopefully he can go low and get himself into some signature events here moving forward. But yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. We will see you on the next one.
Are you suffering from red, itchy eyes from endless searching for sports data? A pounding headache from building your own scraper? Heartburn from customer support that doesn't respond?
Start feeling better today with data feeds.
Sports data APIs built for you. Ask your developer if integrating data feeds is right for you.
Possible side effects of using data feeds include feelings of euphoria caused by clean, structured data, uncontrollable urge to brag about API response times, spontaneous deletion of homegrown scrapers, reduced heart rate on game day, extreme satisfaction from flawless uptime, temporary disbelief that customer support actually replied, increased productivity, and spontaneous refactoring of old code, enhanced cash flow, long-term addiction to accurate, real-time data.